Good morning. I think it's interesting that Doc did the announcement about the Jeep. I think it's fun. It sounds official when you're in small towns. It's nice to hear official news in a small town place about a car like, if I don't know if you hear something like, "Attention, ladies and gentlemen, there is a primered Ford truck in the parking lot. Plate says Dixie. Bumper sticker says Lee surrendered, I didn't, with an empty gun rack. Your left headlight is still on." Anyway, we're talking about the cross in the new series we have coming up. Today is not so much humor. I have a small little message I put together. A lot of people ask why the cross. This is the substitute teacher goes to the cross. So, as the inventor of science, God has consistently demonstrated that he will work through his creation according to the manner in which he has designed it. God has designed a universe of balance and harmony, even in a fallen world. He's designed a system that self-corrects in his presence and grace. When a forest fire occurs, what happens? What is the self-correction? Well, the rain comes and extinguishes the flames. Animals from other areas eventually wander into the scorched earth, leave fertilized droppings containing seeds. The wind brings new pollen, and so on and so on, and the ground becomes fruitful again. Humans, on the other hand, are given a path that requires a relationship with God in order to advance and persevere, eternally speaking. God has demonstrated that prayer and faithfulness are tools necessary for maintaining meaningful harmony and achievement in life. Unlike animals, we're given the ability to articulate what we're asking for in a much more sophisticated manner. He's given us the ability to reason, which in turn gives us knowledge directly from God himself, that if something cannot be achieved by conventional methods, a substitute will be necessary. This is the important part. Some of the substitutes we use on a regular basis. Stitches are a substitute for flesh that is intact to heal. A babysitter is a substitute for the parents being there. A prosthetic is a substitute for a limb or a body part that's not working. A mic stand is even a substitute. It's a substitute for having someone stand there and hold a microphone or holding it yourself. Gasoline is a fuel for substituting and advancing the capabilities of utilizing a horse. Sandbags, they're a substitute for land in a flood. Light bulbs, substitute for the sun when light is needed. And finally, the sun, S-O-N, a substitute for you and me, working in the same way the stitches work for the body, making healing and life possible for the real person, the soul. So, it shouldn't be a surprise or even hard to believe that God has provided a substitute for us to achieve something that he knows we cannot accomplish on our own. He's put us in a world where he consistently provides us with substitutes for everything. We're only able to obtain almost all these things without the asking, but the one thing that is only attainable, the gift of eternal salvation, must be accepted through a relationship with Christ, our substitute for paying the penalty of sin. We're no longer the object of God's wrath because Jesus became the object of God's wrath for us. I'm sure everyone in here has heard someone say, God demanded a pure, sinless sacrifice, and that's it. It has to be pure and simple, and you think, why? Why does it have to be that way? I mean, why couldn't he just forgive me? Well, okay, I can answer that. Again, if you look at how God operates through his own creation as an example, since the beginning of time, will polluted water, could you dump the water out of your car battery and get a fruitful crop? No. The water has to be pure. Will a bandage coated in filth heal a wound? No, only a clean bandage will do that. Would half-eaten sandwiches of potato chip crumbs be suitable to offer your king? No. Only the best and the finest, untainted food would be acceptable, lest you receive death for insulting your Lord. So, once again, God holds his consistency in his creation by showing us that only pure, clean, and untainted things will accomplish what is necessary. And that's the cross.